Surfing is when you're moving silently on a diagonal object or a ramp to gain speed. To give you guys an idea on when surfing is allowed, I made a ramp that is 4,096 units on this side and 4,015 on this side. Even though the ramp looks surfable, it isn't. On this ramp, however, which is only 1 unit smaller on this side, it's surfable. Surfing in CSGO is only allowed when the ramp is roughly 45.58 degrees or more. Thanks Eddhedd for doing these tests with me and for collecting data on this subject. With competitive settings, surfing is certainly possible, but it's better to learn how to surf on surf servers from the community. There are 2 types of categories for surf. The most common one is called skill surf, where the goal is to get to the end of the map as fast as possible. These maps can be one long stage or multiple stages, and their difficulty is based on tiers. Tier 1 is the easiest tier, and higher tiers are harder. If you're new to surfing, I strongly suggest starting on a Tier 1 map. Most community servers make it clear from the title, so that's how you know what you're getting into. The other surf category is called combat, where you play against other players, and there's usually guns on the map. If you want to play offline on your own and you have some surf maps, I'll provide some commands in the video description. So, in order to surf, you need to stay on the ramp, otherwise you will just fall off. To do that, simply move towards the ramp the same way you would if you are trying to climb it. You can use any key to do this. We could use W to stay on the ramp, but that wouldn't be practical because you wouldn't see where you're going. So, the most common way to surf is to use A or D to stay on the ramp from one of the sides while facing forward. If you're going to surf with either A or D, don't use W. You can use S, but only if you want to stop mid-air. Looking straight up or down will not make a difference in the way you move. So I suggest a crosshair height that gives you the best possible view. When landing on a ramp, you want to start near the top and work your way down to gain speed. At the end of the ramp, move slightly upwards, and that's how you get enough distance to cross most ramps. It's important to make this entire slide as smooth as possible to avoid losing any speed that you have gained. The sharper the turn by the end of the ramp, the higher you'll go, but the less speed you'll get. Now, you might get to a ramp that turns inwards like this. And if you move towards the ramp, as explained before, you will simply slide off. For these turns, you need to hold down the opposite key and strafe away from the ramp. Strafing is done by holding down A or D while at the same time moving in the same direction with the mouse. For example, if I want to move left in the air, I'll hold down A and move the mouse left. Moving right in the air, I'll use D and move the mouse right. I have a B-hop and long jump tutorial that explains strafing in detail if you want to learn more. Plus, the knowledge you'll get from these 2 tutorials can be combined with this video to give you even better times. Surfing isn't actually that hard to learn. The real challenge is mastering the layout and the ramps of the map that you're surfing on. The best players will have hundreds of hours of playtime on just a single surf map. They will know the fastest paths and all the shortcuts. This isn't something I can teach. You'll have to play and practice for yourself. If you want to improve your time on a map, watching how other people completed it will help you a lot.